How's it going, everyone? I'm your host, the Carolina Collector, and I want to say first and foremost thank you to everyone that has been supporting the channel. My fellow Carolinians who are responding to the channel are subscribing, so thank you so much to my fellow neighbors here in the Carolinas. I really appreciate that, plus all my other viewers and subscribers. I'm trying to respond to your comments and criticism, etc. You guys really helped when it came to changing my... Even though I've been doing it for a while on eBay, it never hurts to take a little advice now and then. You know, I don't know it all, and I'm not the, best. I would never consider myself or be arrogant enough to say I'm the best on eBay. But, I do take your advice seriously, so I have changed my selling techniques on eBay when it comes to my graded cards, just to make sure that an incident like what happened recently, which I discussed, where one of my customers, I mailed them their graded card that they paid for, post office lost it. I had to give them an X-Fractor, which they accepted in kind. We were working it out and messaging each other back and forth, and I'm glad it worked out for the both of us. But you guys offered some suggestions, which I have implemented with my graded card sales, along with my raw cards. But I do appreciate the ideas and the suggestions. But all around, guys, if you want to help the channel to grow, of course, subscribe, smash that like button, and comment in the comment section. It always helps. But anyway, just a quick couple of updates. I am considering selling my 8.5 out of 25 Corbin Carroll, and there's a reason why. Recently on eBay, just to get into this quick before we get into my next set of SGC submissions there, I recently sold off my gold SGC 9 Adley Rushman refractor. I originally had it listed for $100 to start the auction, but then after doing a little research and seeing his corresponding gold cards in other sets, I saw that they were going for maybe like $60 or $70, so I decided to end the auction early. Nobody bid on the card, and I decided to lowball myself, and sure enough, the card sold for $91. So sometimes it pays to let the public decide what these cards are worth. Unless it's like some super rare card or anything like that, then, I would list the cards a lot more expensive. But it sold for $91. I pulled the card myself, and as a result, I decided to keep this one for my personal collection. I also decided to keep this Corbin Carroll base rookie from the Topps lid set. And I ended up either giving away to, my friend's little son and sold some on eBay. I decided to keep this one because there's so many Topps Chrome Corbin Carroll base rookies out there, and X-Fractors and refractors, or at least the base refractors, that it didn't bother me to sell off the other Corbin Carroll rookie cards I had. And as you guys know, I had an issue with one of my customers, which it wasn't their fault, and it wasn't my fault. The post office dropped the ball and lost his order, so it kind of forced me to negotiate with him to either give him his money back or offer him another card. So I offered him a Corbin Carroll X-Fractor. He accepted. Everything worked out. But thanks to your comments and your suggestions, I have modified how I sell, or not how I sell, how I mail out my graded cards in particular, or cards over $20, what I use to actually mail out my cards. For example, like I use armor lopes, and of course I use top loaders or penny sleeves, etc., etc. So, I have changed the way I ship my cards to make sure that that does not happen again. Anyway, I've decided to keep my relic out of 99 Bauman Platinum Corbin Carroll Auto. It's a very nice card, and I already see the raw cards going for about anywhere between $600 to $800. I think there's one up there that's $899. There's also a pink refractor. Oh, not a pink refractor, excuse me, an orange refractor version of this. So I'm very happy to have that. I'm not getting rid of that. I'm going to keep that unless, I have some sort of financial emergency and I have to sell it. And then I just might sell this guy, and there's a reason why. It's not because of the grade. It's just that there are more high-profile Corbin Carroll rookies out there, for example, like this one. So I might sell it not because it's an 8.5, because these are a little hard to come by. This is the orange out of 25 refractor. But because of the cards I'm about to show you for my next SGC submission, I just might sell that one. I'm not sure. I'm still debating it. Oop. Spoiler alert. Oh, we'll get into that one, that Jose Uribe card, in a little bit. That's got a bit of a story to it that I'll get into quickly. But here's what I'm going to be submitting next, probably after the holidays. This is a Corbin Carroll base auto that just arrived today. And again, it was authenticated by eBay as being authentic. So I will be sending this in for submission. This is my second one that I've gotten my hands on for a good price, though the price went up just a little bit. The original card that I had, I bought prior to the announcement of the Rookies of the Year. And I sold my card for $150. It was SGC graded. Unfortunately, the raw cards now are starting to go for the same price as what I sold my SGC for. So I paid for as much as what I bought this card for recently. This is one of those cards I kind of regret selling that I had graded, but now I got another one in my hand. I'll have it graded. I'd rather buy it myself and have it graded myself than spend $400 to $500 on some person that's overly inflating the price of these cards. So if I can keep the cost as low as possible for myself, then it's worthy to buy a raw card like this. So I think I paid $200 for it, which is only $50 more than what I sold my original one for. So I'm happy to have this back in my hands. So that's going to be going for grading. Hopefully it'll be a 10-10 like my previous one. And here's why that's why I'm considering selling this, because of the following cards you're about to see. It's not just this Corbin Carroll. There's my True Blue out of 150 refractor that I will be submitting to SGC. Then I have my out of 99 green logo fractor. This is a very beautiful card. When you see this up close, I mean, it is just a gorgeous, gorgeous card all around. I wish I could have got my hands on, I believe it was the orange refractor of this particular card, but it was just too expensive and out of my reach. And I decided since I had one of these, I was just going to stick with this. And plus I got the True Blue base refractor, so I'm happy with that. So I got some decent Corbin Carrolls. I also already submitted one of these. This one arrived about a week after that submission because, as you guys know, I moved. I already bought one for dirt cheap as far as these base refractors are concerned. Now I have another one in my hand, so I'll probably submit this one as well, though this one I think has left to right issues. But still, it's worthy of submitting anyway. We'll see what happens. You guys recognize that. The base refractor of Bryce Harper's card out of 99 from the Topps lid set. That was a cool pull to show off on camera. You had better bet your rear end that I'm going to be submitting this to SGC. So that's part of that submission. Now, I was selling this Juan Soto base refractor from the lid set on eBay. Nobody bid on it. Nobody was watching it. And now that he's been picked up by the Yankees, I decided to pull the auction. Usually you don't pull auctions if people already bid on a card. It's a bad look. But since nobody placed any bids on it and there were no watchers, I decided to end the auction. I just decided, you know what, I'm going to submit this for myself and keep it. So that'll be part of my next submission. Here we have a Mike Trout foil 299 refractor from the Bauman Platinum Series, which is, Mike Trout's cards have been doing really well for me in my eBay sales. And then we take a little bit of a direction away from Topps. We have a Panini Donruss Jason Dominguez rated prospect. I have a whole bunch of rated prospect orange cards, but I think this is one of the better ones to submit. I've been watching his card values on eBay, and they are doing quite well. So I want to see what happens when I submit that card. We have a Ken Griffey Bomb Squad base refractor from the same set. Very nice card. Then we have a Mark McGwire blue. This is the corrected version. I do have the error base versions of this card where the photo is backwards. But because this is a blue foil, I decided, you know what, it's the corrected version. Let me see what happens if I submit that for grading. Then we have a Paul Molitor out of 75 on fire border card, which his cards are doing quite well right now, as a matter of fact. So this one's worthy of submission. Then these. Oh, there's one more. This Chris Bryant. If nobody picks this up on auction on my Charlotte Patriot page, it is for sale right now. If it doesn't sell in this round, I'm just going to submit it for grading on my own and see what happens. With cards like this, it's a little tough to sell these single cards like this because it all depends on what collectors are looking for. You know, they're looking for certain players. Like the big cards now are your Shohei Ohtanis, your Corbin Carrolls, your Gunnar Hendersons, Bryce Harper, Adley Rutschman. Guys like that. So your Jordan Walkers. So to try to get anybody to buy Chris Bryant is a little tough, but we'll see what happens. If nobody picks it up, I'm just going to submit it for my own collection and maybe resell it. We'll see. And then these. I found these in the garbage. I swear on my kids' lives. I actually found these in the trash. And even though they're from garbage wax packs, Donruss 91, hello. These are very unique cards. I'll get into that in a little bit, but there was a Mark McGuire in there. These are not the error. This is not the error card. It has the dot at the end of INC. So it's his base card. It's a little off center and the corners are a little messed up, with some scuffing and fading. It could be a 7. It could be an 8. Who knows? I'm going to submit it anyway. We have a Sammy Sosa. Has the same issues. The corners are a little messed up with some scuffing and whiting on it. We have a Ken Griffey. That's in there. Again, some scuffing, some wear. But I'm going to submit it anyway to see what happens. And then we have 2 Jose Uribe error cards. Both of these are the double error, which means that on the back, when you flip it over, his middle name is wrong and his date of birth is wrong. And there are 2 of them. And I've seen these cards go for a couple $100. Now, I didn't see if they were graded or not, but these do have their issues. One is more off-center than the other, but the other one has more corner issues and some scuffing and fraying than the other. So I decided, hey, you know what? Let me submit these and see what happens anyway. But basically, there you have it, guys. These are the cards that I will be submitting in my next SGC submission. Most likely, sometime in mid-January, I'll probably submit these cards. We'll see what happens. I'm still waiting for those other 12 to come back. As I said before, they're in process right now. I might not know anything until next week. We'll see. I'll try not to do a peekaboo and look at the grades. I want to try to do it blind like I did the last time, but curiosity always kills the cat, and I'm sure I'm going to do a peekaboo. And I will say if I did or not on camera. I know a lot of guys say they do blind reveals, like I did my first one here on the channel. But it's just natural human curiosity to do reveals after seeing what you get, before the public does. So I'm going to try to quell my curiosity, and we'll see what happens. But we won't know until that time comes. But it is Wednesday, so the turnaround is usually 5 to 10 days, and it's only 3 days, so I don't expect anything until next week. Worst case scenario. But I'm really expecting good results with just these 4 alone. I'm very happy I got that Corbin Carroll auto back. I'm really hoping that that's a 10-10 again. Man, that's one of those cards I regret selling, but I'm glad I have it back in my hands again in its raw form. And instead of paying $500 for an already graded card, which I should have kept, I don't know what possessed me to sell that graded card, but now I have a raw card. I'll just have it graded myself, and we'll see what happens. But there are my 4 Corbins that I'm going to be submitting, which may or may not lead me to selling this. So anyway, we'll see how I feel as the days progress. I will be listing more cards later on today. My sales have been doing really good. Thanks to all of you. If some of you are my customers, I appreciate you guys picking up my cards and trusting in me. I do my best to provide a quick service using the best shipping that I can for the cheapest price I can get it for you. And I try to pack the cards as well as I can. And so far, I'm still maintaining that 100% reputation on eBay. I'm almost at 500 positive feedback, so that's a good thing as well. And now I've got a little, I think, star icon at the side of my listings, which is great. And now they've basically given me unprecedented listing power, so I can list up to almost $1 million worth of stuff on my eBay account because I've been doing so well. But we'll see what happens, guys. I'll decide whether or not I sell this card. And if you guys are looking for, some trading cards from myself, they're on sale on my Charlotte Patriot eBay page. It helps me out. I'm not going to shill here on eBay unless I'm in real trouble, which for now I'm not. But, I'm trying to run an honest business on eBay. So, if you guys want to check out my Charlotte Patriot eBay account, help yourself to it. I always start my auctions off as low as I can and let the public decide what the cost of the cards are. And it's been successful so far. So, thank you, everyone, for checking out my videos and checking out my channel. I really appreciate it. Until next time, I am your host, the Carolina Patriot. Carolina Patriot. The Carolina Collector. Man, I got my two names mixed up. The Charlotte Patriot is my eBay account. This is the Carolina Collector. As you guys know, I don't script my videos, guys, so I'm going to fumble the ball once in a while. And don't be afraid to correct me in the comments section either. So I am the Carolina Collector. Go check out my Charlotte Patriot eBay account. Yay, I did it! Anyway, guys, you got to have a little fun sometimes, man. We all make mistakes. So anyway, everyone, thank you so much for checking out my videos and checking out my channel. And thank you for the support. Until next time, take care, stay safe, God bless, and I'll see you soon.